I'm sure you can probably hear me. Type hello. All right. Hey, everybody. Dr. Paul speaking. Looking at you down a camera lens from Cannon Mills, Edinburgh. Number 1. Whatever I say is real. Place over here, right? Okay. Hoo-ha! Real nice. Don't forget, if you don't do the quiz, then you're a prick. Just put the, oh yeah. Ah. Background. But not a little, not a little unsexy. It's got enough in it, you know, to keep you going. Cha-cha. 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 Gentle bossa nova. Come on. Right, tell me what you're doing. It's 6 minutes to 9. 6 minutes to quiz time. Say hello. Importantly, tell me you can hear me, because until I see somebody saying in the chat that you can hear me, then I've got to assume it's broken. 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like it's coming up on the meter. The voice. So somebody please tell me you can hear me. Someone please tell me you can hear me. I'm typing that as well in case you can't hear me. Also, please share the quiz. The big team's quizzes are great, but they haven't been getting good numbers compared to the wee team's quizzes. So any kind of sharing. Because 1, 2, 3, 4. So I was doing something else today with a mixer, so the settings aren't exactly where they're supposed to be. Says there's 9 people watching, so hello if that's you. Please say something, because right now nobody's saying no, nothing. Actually, I've got a thing saying unable to connect to chat. Please try again later. Let me try to pop out chat and see if that's working, because the internet's been a bit flaky here today. Ah, right. Okay. I can now see the messages that you were posting. That's good, because I just had a screen full of empty. Thanks very much. Right, hello. Who's here? Let's see. Emily, hi. Letitia, hi. KB Krizersnurk, can hear you fine. Thank you. I can read you fine. Now I can anyway. Ray's here. Nice to get the family meeting up over the old Dr. Paul quiz. Very good. Alright, Scott G. David Moody and Duncan Moody are here. That sounds like it could be brothers? Maybe? I'm going to do a quiz. It's 3 minutes to 9. I'm Dr. Paul. I'm old enough to be your dad, but I'm a quiz master, and that's the way it goes. I'm probably not old enough to be Emily's dad's dad, but the rest of you, you know what I mean? Whoa. Getting pretty low numbers on this big teams quiz. I know you love it. Get the URL for the quiz, which is this. I'm just about to post it. Just share it. Or use the built-in function. Give it a share. Get some people in. I might even rest the big teams quiz just for next week, just to so I can do a bit more PR on it, you know. Because I've got to get the quiz ready and all that. And at the moment, I'm doing quite a bit of work getting them together. But not a lot of people turning up. The quizzes I'm doing on Monday, Wednesday and Friday get plenty of people turning up, you know. This one, not so much. I wonder if people don't enjoy it so much because the shouting out means that you have to be really fast. Maybe people don't like that. But hey ho. Right, it's 1 minute to 9. Going to be starting the quiz real soon. How are we doing tonight? 20 odd people. That's alright. I mean, it's pretty terrible, but it's alright. I'm not just going to hang up and go to bed. We're going to do the quiz. It's going to be good. What it means, if there's a lot less people here, is that you've got a better chance to be MVP. Millie's testing. Joanne is here. Hello, everybody. Andrew's here. Made it on time this time. Yeah, nice work, John. Let's take that off. Welcome to people who have just come in the door. I'm saying just please share the quiz with your friends on social media. Just take a second. Because I need more people turning up than what we're getting. I'll need to stop doing this big teams quiz and focus more on the wee teams quiz, because the wee teams quiz seems to be more popular at the moment. And I need to do things that are working for me, you know what I mean? So, but I'd like to keep doing the big teams quizzes, and I think you'd like to keep doing them because they're good fun. They're great fun. What's that? But it's at 7 PM, can't do that. Well, I'll be doing different times. What I was thinking, well, the thing is, Letitia, it's not like I'm going to stop doing quizzes at 9 o'clock. If I stop doing the big teams quiz, then I'll probably do the wee teams quiz at 7 o'clock and at 9 o'clock. Alright, Moira, how you doing? Sash is here as well, hello. I mean, you guys must enjoy it, because the same names are coming back. You same people are coming back. But and Sass is here, all the way from New York City, USA. Right, it's 1 minute after 9. Let's turn the background music right down and get this quiz working. Hokey pokey. All right, where are we going? Excuse me, I'm just flicking all these different windows about so I get them in the right place. Right, okay. Let's turn off the... There's a really grumpy guy there just on the slideshow. That's not a grumpy guy, that's Jakob. He's a good guy. Let's turn that off. Okay. So, welcome to the quiz, everybody. I'm Dr. Paul. It's big teams quiz time. Now, you know how the big teams quiz... I'm saying you know, because most of you have seen before. If you don't know how it works, I'm going to explain how it works in just a second. So don't worry. Don't worry if you don't know what's going on. I'm going to explain it in just a minute. First of all, any kind of social media help from you is really helpful, especially at this time when I'm just getting started and it is a little bit difficult to build an audience from a standing start. So any help I get from you really, really, really helps. So if you just share a picture of yourself doing the quiz on hashtag DP quiz, use that, then I can see it. Get it out there. Tell your friends about the fun they're missing, alright? Here's the teams for tonight. Jet was the winner on Tuesday. That was the second in a row, second quiz in a row she won. Tonight she's up against Arnold Schwarzenegger and Bob Ross. So it's time to pick a team. What team do you want to be in? These are the three teams tonight. Star's going for Bob, Sash going for Bob, Letitia's going for Arnie. If you don't know what's going on, this is the three teams tonight. We're going to have a quiz. You are a member of one of the teams. Okay, so your team captain can be Arnold Schwarzenegger, former world's strongest man, and the governor of California. I was going to say Channel 4, but California. Jet, real name Diane Udale, the best gladiator of the 90s. And Bob Ross, who invented painting in the 1970s after being a soldier. And is probably the most soothing man in the universe, or was. Right, who we got? Letitia's gone for Arnie. Bob, Bob, Bob. Jet, Jet, Jet. Bob! Chris is saying, oh, no, we have to sit with Jet. But Bob Ross is here. Torn. That's Chris and Sarah Lou. MVPs from the other night. From Tuesday night. Amanda's gone for Arnie. Ray's gone for Arnie. All in for Arnie. Clothes, boots and motorcycle. Nice. Jet, Bob, Jet. Jet, Jet, Bob, Bob. Arnie. Okay. I think we've got people for each of the teams, so that's good. That means there's going to be a competition. Let me show you the scores before we start. So, if you've been here before, you get 2 points. That's the rule. And let's see who's been here before. Jet's obviously been here before. But Arnie was here before. Arnie has played one of these quizzes before. He lost. He was not a winner that night. But Arnie's back and he gets 2 points. And it's Bob Ross's debut. First time Bob's on the box. So, state of play at the moment is that Jet has got 2 wins in a row. She won on Tuesday and she won last Thursday. So, if Jet wins tonight, that's going to be a record. 3 in a row. No one's done 3 in a row before. Alright, Marty Pillow's done 2 in a row. Begbie has done 2 in a row. Dolly Parton has done 2 in a row. Jet has now done 2 in a row. No one has ever done 3 in a row. So that's it. You choose your teams and we're going to get started with the questions. I'll tell you how it works in terms of the quiz. Which is that, first of all, house rules. No Tories, no racists, no Coldplay. Thank you. The rules are you comment with your team name. So I ask quiz questions, you answer the answers, but do it with your team name. The team names tonight are Arnie, Jet, Bob. Okay? So if you think that the answer to a question is hydrochloric acid and you're on team Arnie, you comment Arnie, hydrochloric acid. You know what I mean? You don't just write hydrochloric acid. If you put the correct answer but there's no team name, which does happen sometimes, then no points. But if you, let me get rid of the scoreboard. I always do that. So comment your team name and the answer. That's what I'm saying. Okay, I think you all understand. You're sensible people, grown up people, nice people. Okay, right, you ready? You feeling ready? You feeling good? You got to get team spirit. You know what I mean? If you're Arnie, who must feel strong. If you're Jet, you got to feel absolutely fantastic. And if you're Bob, team Bob, just take it cool. Real cool. To be honest, I don't know who, I was just thinking, which team would I be on if I was playing this? I'm glad I don't have to decide. That's a hard choice. Anyway, let's go. Round 1 is, no sponsor, because I don't have a sponsor for Thursdays. If you want a sponsor, or you know someone who's trying to sell something, trying to get a business up and running, tell them to get in touch with me. Anyway, let's move on. Round 1 is quickie, so shout out your team name and the answer to the question. If you are first, then you will get the points for your team. Here we go. The first question is about a fruit aisle in a supermarket. So, which fruit of the genus Actinidia is also known as a Chinese gooseberry or a melonette? Right, both those names are used, but what's the usual name in the supermarket for those? Lychee, no. Kiwi, yes, for Team Bob. First blood, Duncan Moody is correct. It's a kiwi fruit. That's correct. So the first answer of the night, correct answer of the night, goes to Duncan. And I'll just go and check that. Yeah. Moira P was first with lychee. Good answer, but not the right answer. And then Duncan straight in there for Team Bob with 2 points for kiwi. So you see how it works. Just a note, by the way, if you're thinking, oh, I was first, you weren't. All right? Because I've got live chat on. You should do the same. Actually, I had top chat on. Let me just check. That was the right order. I've just switched it to live chat. Oops. Let me check. Yeah, it's the same. Moira was first with lychee. Bob was second with kiwi. Okay. So sometimes it shows up you first on your own stream, but it's how it comes up on my thing. That's the thing that matters. All right, so let's move on. Well done, Duncan. Remember to pay attention who gets the right answers, because we'll be voting for MVP later on. That's most valuable player. Okay, so 19th century poetry. Which 1854 poem by Alfred Lord Tennyson begins with the lines, half a league, half a league, half a league onwards, all in the valley of death rode the 600. Which, what's the name of the poem? Guys are fast tonight. Andrew Armstrong is first for Team Arnie. Charge of the Light Brigade is correct. Nice one. That's 2 points for Team Arnie. Andrew Armstrong for Team Arnie. That's all the A's. 2 points. Get to the chopper. That was the next line of the poem. Yeah, correct. No extra point for that. Right. Soundtracks. Which 1992 film starred Kevin Costner and Whitney Houston and had a soundtrack which became the best-selling album of the year in the UK? What's the name of the film? Andrew Armstrong, second question in a row. Bodyguard. That is the right answer. Very good. Look, yous all know it. Yous all know it, but Andrew was first. All the answers are coming raging in there. I actually thought that was a bit difficult, but plainly not. You all know that. Here's number 4. Oh, there's Whitney Houston. That's when she was alive. Number 4 is criminals. Who rode a horse called Black Bess and was hanged in 1739 by the neck until dead? Who was that? Turpin, says Duncan Moody. His second answer of the night, and it's Duncan and Andrew are trading blows like quiz heavyweights in a ring of fact. Yep, for Team Bob, and that is Turpin. Turpin's enough. Dick Turpin is the guy. But Duncan playing the game there, just going for the surname. Sometimes the surname's enough. Usually it's enough. Not every single time. Depends on the question. So, that was a wee bit risky, because I might have said I want a full name. But no, not this time. Right, so here's the last question of the 5 for the first round. Oh, Queen. What duration was the title of the song last time Madonna had a #1 hit in the UK singles chart? So Madonna is a bit of an old pop queen, not had a #1 for quite a few years now, but what was the title of her song last time she had a #1 hit? Letitia's in first with 6 minutes, but that's wrong. Anthony McKendry for Team Jet gets it. It's 4 minutes. 4 minutes is correct. Well done, Anthony McKendry for Team Jet. And that's Madonna licking her lips at the prospect of being an answer in the Dr. Paul quiz. Fantastic. Ray of light. Nah, it's not a... That's the clue in the question, isn't it? Time, duration. Lots of different answers from you. 2 weeks. Nah, 4 minutes. It was all over in 4 minutes. That was a #1 hit she had with Justin Timberlake, which might explain why it got to #1 rather than being Madonna, because she was pretty much used up by then. There is one little bonus question. So you think about the last 5 answers. Which of the previous 5 answers connects to Iffley Road, and why? And why? Don't just say the answer. Tell me why as well. So which of the... don't just say the answer. Tell me why as well. Which of the previous 5 answers connects to Iffley Road? Turpin, because reasons. No. Madonna lives there? No. It's one of the answers connects to a place called Iffley Road. It's not where Dick Turpin was hung. That's a good guess, Paul Thompson. Houston died there? No, that's not right. No one's actually mentioned the Kiwi that's in New Zealand. There might be an Iffley Road in New Zealand. Put it this way, Iffley Road Ah, that's it. Zoe's got it. 4 minutes because someone ran fast there. That's good enough for me. Aye, it's 4 minutes is the answer, because Iffley Road Stadium was where Roger Bannister did his 4-minute mile. Okay, so that's 1 extra point for Zoe, and that's for Team Bob. Zoe Russell, who's in early tonight. Okay, I'm going to show you the scores for the first round. Here are the scores before the round began. Arnie 2, Jet 2, Bob 0. But I've been adding the points in. I shall refresh the scoreboard, and that's what it looks like. So, Arnie is onto an early lead. I am the winner so far. Bob is taking it real easy on 5. Jet is a champion. And she's currently 2-time champion. And I wouldn't be surprised if she pulled through. But it's a good start. I like it when all the teams score points. It's a bit pish when someone gets left behind. But nobody gets left behind tonight. I'm not going to do any more Arnie impersonations because I can't do them, as I'm sure you have discovered. Right, okay. Right, well done to everybody who was answering there. Well done if you were getting them right but not being first. Okay. Let's move on. There is Roger Bannister with a look of sexual ecstasy on his face, because that's how they used to get their kicks in the 1950s. Just go for a bit of a run, you know. Okay, guess who round. Now, it always amazes me how fast people get these. I've got a grid. I'll show you the grid. Behind the grid, there is the face of a famous person, right? You tell me who it is. First person to tell me who it is. Remember to comment with your team name. I shall give you clues as we go. I'm just getting over to my clues here. And let's get started. So this person was born in 1989. That's the first clue. Anybody want to have a guess at that? Born in 1989. Taylor Swift? No. Bieber? No. Tom Felton? No idea who that is, but it's not the right answer. Radcliffe, Sheeran, Swiftie, Pratt, David Bowie, James Buckley, Lewis out of One Direction? No, none of these. James Buckley, Justin Timberlake, Macaulay Culkin. Macaulay Culkin, he was a star by 1989, I think. He wasn't born then. You got a couple more squares here. He is foreign, in other words, not British, but he moved to Britain in 2013. I'm still seeing no right answers. Got Buckley, Timberlake, Culkin, Fender, Smith, Horan, Beckham, PewDiePie. Millie Carrington has this correct. It's PewDiePie. And if you're my age, you're like, who the fuck's PewDiePie? What's PewDiePie? Who's called PewDiePie? This guy's called PewDiePie. Real name is Felix Kjellberg. He's a Swedish gamer, YouTuber, and he's worth $40 million, and you've never heard of him. This guy's still a thing. Well, he's not dead yet, if that's what you mean, Sasa. He made an awful lot of money by being a... Who is that? Who the hell's that? Says Gary. He's a gamer and a YouTuber. He makes films of himself playing video games, and millions of people watch it. And he gets money from YouTube advertising. Remember to subscribe, by the way, if you haven't subscribed, so that I can be as rich as PewDiePie, but not as young. I don't know what he's done, to be honest, Zoe. I don't know his output. I've briefly read his Wikipedia page. That is my entire familiarity. Anyway, who got that right? It was Millie. Well done, Millie Carrington, and it's quite a good one. Getting the Who Am I? It's worth 5 points. And that was for Team Arnie. So Team Arnie are banging it at the moment. Show you the scores. And I will refresh the scores. Millie fires Big Arnie right into the lead. Sasa says, I meant, did he do something that caused a lot of fallout? Reconnection successful. Come on. Ha ha ha. Right. Right, I'm back. Can you hear me? And can you see me? Ah, shit, man. Right, okay, so we've dropped a few people, obviously. People got better things to do than look at a black bit of screen, waiting for my internet to fix itself. Internet has been shit all day here. It's been up and down. If it happens again, just bear with me. I'll be back as soon as I can. In the meantime, I'm going to get going with the rest of this as quickly as I possibly can. Okay? Because... Thanks, John. Team Bob Ross won while I was away. Thanks for letting me know. Right. Puzzles round. 3 points for right answer in these ones. Remember to shout out your team name and the answer. So tonight's anagram. I know some of you hate the anagrams, but who knows? Tonight might be the night that you get it right. 6 Acre Teapot Gent. What's that book? Unscramble that anagram and give me the name of a famous book. Man, that was stressful when the internet goes off. Great Expectations! Chris Cotter. Glad to see you are playing for Team Jet. I thought you were going to be swayed by getting into Team Bob, but it is... you're absolutely right. It's Great Expectations by Charles Dickens. So I shall stick 3 points. That's Chris Cotter. Might be Sarah Louise, because they play together. I don't know which one actually got it right, but 3 points. Alright, Stephen Crawford. Go Team Jet. Sorry I'm late. It doesn't matter. You can come as late as you want. It all counts. In fact, invite people that you know to come in late, because we need all the help we can get. And all you missed in the last few minutes was a bit of dead internet. Anyway, right. The next one is a rebus. What is the name of this film? Came out in 1984. Remember, shout out your team name and your answer. Which film is this? Came out in 1984. And it was Sarah Lees who got Great Expectations. Groundhog Day. Good idea. No. Recycling, no. Green Book, no. Never Ending Story, that's right. Martin Leach gets it for Team Bob. 3 points for Team Bob. Never Ending Story. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Never Ending Story. Nice one, Martin. 3 points for Team Bob. Right, what's next? Oh, it's a cryptic one. What is this song title from 1997? This is not exactly cryptic, but like a crossword clue. Pension first, grave later. Oh, there's 3613. That's the letters in the solution. Pension first, grave later. Which song is that? Stephen Friccardino has got it for Team Jet. Old Before I Die. That's right, it's Robbie Williams. There he is with his large face. 3 points for the Fricker. Old Before I Die is correct. John Smith got it as well for Team Arnie, but just after Mr. Fricker. Okay, we move on. Unscramble these letters. What's the only English language word you can get out of those letters? Narcigen P. Very good, Letitia. H straight in there for Team Arnie as pregnancy. It's the right answer. Good work, Letitia. Good work, everybody. Lots of different people getting answers tonight, which is great. And I think that's the end of the round. Yeah, it is. So let's show you the scoreboard. Before the round, it looked like that. Before the puzzles round. But I think Team Jet had quite a good round. Let's see what happened. Yes. Bob is just nicely still in the game, and maybe like Team Bob are just tending to skin up at the moment. Maybe not got all their fingers free, just skinning up. Team Jet is just working out real nice on 10 points. So Team Arnie is very strong. 14 points. Team Arnold Schwarzenegger in the lead. It's probably quite... I mean, I know Arnie's more letters than Jed, but it's a good job I'm not making you type Schwarzenegger. Went for a snack. Moon Bob. Right, Zoe, welcome back. Okay, so it's time for the sound round. Better put these on. Let's see what I'm doing. Oh, background music's still there. Very good. Let's turn that off. Let's get over to the audio round. Okay. Right, the first one tonight in the sound round is a voice. Okay. Who is this? Hang on a second. Just going to get this all turned up so you can hear it. And who is this?
I think that we're more of a brand than a band is incorrect. Because we wouldn't be here if it wasn't the music. If the music stops being strong, then everything else goes away. It just does, because you can't...
That's very, very, very good. That's very good, very quick. Zoe Russell's got it for Team Bob. It is Harry Styles. Harry Styles. Out of One Direction. 2 points for Team Bob. Excellent. Very good. And a couple of others of you got it as well. C. McBride got it also for Team Bob, just behind Zoe. Zoe was first. Nicola Fraser got it as well, also for Team Bob. Team Bob know they're Harry Styles. And Gary Fraser got it for Team Bob. Philip Hertner said Bono. It would probably never be Bono on this quiz, Philip. But very good. Well done to Zoe. It's Harry Styles. Right, second one is also a voice tonight. There's only two voices. The first two are both voices. Who is this?
My typical day would probably be I would wake up at like 10 or 11 and then I would, I don't know, like write an article or something like that, and then I would go and meet some friends and then come home. I don't really go out a lot here, you know, like that's because in London when I'm there it's always like everything is so fast and I'm doing so much stuff, and but here I like take it as an opportunity to like really relax. So
right, no one's got it so far. That's the whole clip. We've got Madonna, Cara Delevingne, Billie Eilish, Cara Delevingne, Ellie Goulding, Kelly Osbourne, the Queen. Nah, it's not the Queen. Bob Kelly, Dua Lipa, Sophie Turner, Peaches Geldof. We got it. David Moody. Yeah, for Team Bob. It is Peaches Geldof. Good answer. I thought we might have to play that a second time, but well done to David Moody. You got to tell me, David, are you related to Duncan Moody? Because you were saying hello to each other and you got the same surname. So, you know, using my detective skills, I'm thinking you might be brothers. Shane McGowan. Duncan, nah, it's not Shane McGowan. Let's see. David Moody. For Team Bob it was. I'm just checking which team it was. So it's for Team Bob. And it was Peaches Geldof. Okay. Now, what we got next? Is she related to Bob Geldof? Yes. Well, she was. She's actually dead now. She was Bob Geldof's daughter. Massive tragedy. If you go and read about it on Wikipedia, it's extremely sad. She was the daughter of Paula Yates, of course, who died of a drugs overdose, but it's no fun at all, that story. Right. Language. Right, I've got a language for you. What language is this piece of music being sung in? No, not Italian. Not Finnish. Not Icelandic, not German, not Chinese. They even just said the name of the language there. But it's nothing what you've put so far. Okay, we've got an answer. We've got an answer. We got a right answer after loads and loads of different guesses from you. I think maybe some of you did hear the clue because we suddenly got a lot of guesses. Slovakian and Slovenian, but which one is it? It is Slovenian, ladies and gentlemen, or Slovene, if you want to say it that way. And I think it was Mr. Philip Hertner who got it right, but you've not put a team name in, you crazy bastard. So straight after that, it was Joanne Hegarty for Team Jet. And I think that was the first one. I'm just going to check, because sometimes I get this wrong. People get upset. So Japanese, Swedish, Norwegian, Finnish, Swedish, Croatian, Greek, Hungarian was getting there. Letitia, getting closer. Bulgarian, Korean, Mandarin, French, Gaelic, Korean, Croatian, Dutch, Swedish, Norwegian, Danish, Croatian, Dutch. And then they said it in the lyrics, Slovensky, da 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 da. Croatian, Dutch, Greek, Serbian, Korean, Dutch, Flemish, Faroese. God, there were loads of wrong answers before we got there. Philip said Slovenian, but he didn't put a team name. And as per the rules, it doesn't count. And straight away, Joanne Hegarty got the points for Team Jet. Wow, that took a bit of working out. Lots of guesses, but well done, Joanne Hegarty. 2 points for Team Jet. Okay, excellent. Yeah, well done, Joanne. Excellent stuff. It was Slovenian. Not Slovakian. Two completely different things. Okay, right. The last one is one of my amazing mixes. Now, I'd never mixed two tracks together in my life before a couple of weeks ago, till we had this lockdown. Then I was doing music on YouTube, and you get copyright, bash on you if you use copyrighted music. Can't use copyrighted music. One of the ways around it is to mix songs together, or that doesn't always work either. So I've been doing a bit of that. Let's try tonight's mix. You've got to name both artists, all right? You have to name both artists in the same comment. You understand what I mean? So you got to say your team name and both artists. If you get one of the artists and put it in a comment, I'll ignore it. If you get both of them, you don't put a team name, I'll ignore it. You've got to get both artists plus your team name. Here we go. Yeah, Scott G has got it right. It's the Smiths and Busta Rhymes. Scott G for Team Bob. Yeah, 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 yeah. Excellent. Now, right, okay, it's interesting. We've got Scott G, who I said was right, saying that he wasn't first. Is that right? Is that what you're saying? Scott G saying Sasuke. Bob was first. I don't think so. Yeah. Let me check it. Oh, you're right. You're right. Sasuke was 2 comments before you. Okay, I didn't see it. So Sasuke from New York City actually got the points, but still for Team Bob. So that's cool. So I've put the points in the right place. Oh no, I haven't put the points in yet. Put the points in now. You get 4 points for that one because it's 2 artists. Yeah. So let's put that in. Oh yeah. Right, I think I've done the points right for this one. Let's check it out. Let's have a look at the scoreboard. Get a wee bit confused. But I think I'm alright. So here come that was the scores before the round. Let's have a little look. Woocha! Bob Ross! Fires into the lead. That's it. See, spent the first couple of rounds skinning up. Now they're lit. Team Arnie, what happened? And Team Jet, what's going on? Yeah, it was nice sportsmanship, although they were on the same team. But he was being a nice guy, saying, look, it wasn't me, it was Sasa. So it was well played, both of you. Well played, Sasa, for getting it. And well played, Scott G, for being a real man. All right. Let's get rid of those scores. We've got a couple of rounds to go. I'm going to fight. Can Jet do it? Jet's on the back foot right now. No one's ever done 3 in a row. Marty Pello did 2 in a row. Dolly Parton did 2 in a row. Begbie did 2 in a row. They all failed at the 3rd hurdle. No one's ever done 3. Can Team Jet do it tonight? Okay, let's move on. What we got next? What's the next round? Rapid Fire 5. Right, the ultra round can spunk it all up, for want of a better word. I don't know why that came out, but you know. Chris is right. It can all go off in the ultra round, which is coming up. But anyway, this could be quite important. 5 points here for this one. 5 points go to the first person who can get 5 correct answers, again, in the one comment. Okay? 5 answers in one comment. Don't give me one and then another one. Give me 5 answers in one comment. First person to get 5 correct answers in one comment, get 5 points for their team. This might need a bit of checking, so I'll get on with it. Let's get the question up there. The Rapid Fire 5 tonight is this. Name 5 animals that have another animal in their name. For example, elephant seal. So an elephant seal is a seal, but it's got the name of another animal in its name. An elephant, you know, elephant seal. So can you think of 5 of those? It's got to be real animals. Don't just make them up. You can't just make up like turkey spider or horse slug and stuff like that. It's got to be real ones, like elephant seal's real, you know. Look, that's an elephant seal. That's what it looks like. Woo! Don't use the example. That's mine. You can't use that one. And it's got to be 5 different things. That's the rules here. What the fuck? Smiths and Wiltan jellyfish. What the hell? Oh, jellyfish. Right, okay. Mole cat, whale shark, meerkat, lionfish. Okay. Right, a mole cat. What the fuck is a mole cat? I'm going to go and check that one. Kind of thought there would be some stuff we would need to check here. But, you know, you might have done it. Mole cat. Nah, ain't no mole cat. That was April I was looking up there. Right, Sasha was next. Jellyfish. Mole cat as well. No, there's no mole cat. Right, Chris Cotter saying meerkat, because the warty pig. Really? What the hell's a warty pig and what's the other animal? Red panda. Now, red panda is a panda, isn't it? It's a type of panda. No, you're not getting that. Right, okay. Zoe says sea lion. Right. It's got the word lion in it, but it's a sea lion. Lion is different. Fox squirrel. Check that straight away. Here on Wikipedia is where I'm checking this. Fox squirrel, yeah, it seems to be a thing. Yeah, it's a pretty normal looking squirrel. It's called a fox squirrel. Butterfly fish, prairie dog, whale shark. Now I know prairie dog and whale shark, alright, and the dog's not a dog, is it? It's like a marsupial or something. But butterfly fish, let's check that out. Butterfly fish. Butterfly fish. All one word. Yep. It's a tropical marine fish. And Wikipedia have a black and white picture to illustrate it. That's nice. So, I think you might have done it, Zoe. Let's have a look. Let's just double check. So, sea lion. Yeah, a lion is a different animal and it's not sea lion's a thing, right? Fox, squirrel, butterfly fish, prairie dog. What is a prairie dog? It's one of those things that I think I know what it is, and then I start to think about it for a second, and then I'm like, hang on, I don't even know what it is. Yeah, it's a rodent. Looks quite like a squirrel, but it's called a dog. And it says, despite the name, they are not actually canines. So that kind of fits the bill here. And whale shark. I know about a whale shark. It's the biggest fish. Right, that's it. So Russell gets 5 points for Team Bob. Team Bob are on fire. They're burning it. They're blazing. Burning one down. Yeah. The other ones that came before, just not quite right. Mole cat. I wonder if you were thinking mole rat. But you need to be right in this round. Hoo-ha! Got you all in check. Rapid fire 5 stresses me out. It stresses me out. It used to stress me out. Star. But I've just slowed myself down a bit and it's okay. Aye, well done, Zoe. Got Buster Rhymes in my mind now. But I'm not going to rap the rest of the quiz because that would be rubbish. I think I'm an even worse rapper than Ed Sheeran. Woo-ha! Well done, right. Zoe gets 5 points. Better show you the scoreboard, eh? You know what I'm saying? So we do a little refreshing. I think Team Bob is stretching out now. Look at this. 23 points. Ha ha! 14 points for Arnie. 12 points for Team Jet. Come on, Arnie. Come on, Jet. See what happens here. People try to tell me that a prairie dog is a mole cat. Alright. Right, round 6 picture round. Nice and quick. Who is the David Walliams character on the left? Remember to shout out your team name and the answer. So the growing up. Whoops. Scoreboard. Oh shit. Right, there we go. Who's the David Walliams character on the left? Gangsta Granny is not right. I think you were maybe guessing that while the scoreboard was still up. BFG, no. Stinky Grandpa, that's quite good, but not right. That's close, but not right. Mr. Scruff, that's also pretty close, but not right. If he kind of put some of those answers together. Mr. Twit, no. Mr. Stink, yes. Chris Cotter has it for Team Jet. That's right, Mr. Stink is the right answer. Like Mr. Scruff was close, Stinky Grandpa was very close, but Mr. Stink, that's the name of the character, so we'll give that Chris Cotter for Team Jet, 2 points. And it is about time for a Team Jet comeback. Could be on. Let's move on. Whose cave is this? A unique, geologically unique cave. Yeah, that's it. Doubles for Duncan has got it. Fingal's Cave. Fingal was some kind of legendary giant, something like that. Fingal's Cave, that's where he was supposed to stay. Mendelssohn made a visit to the cave and he was inspired by the acoustics and he wrote himself a little piece of music, oratory or something like that. The Hebrides Overture, known as Fingal's Cave. Alright, 2 points for doubles for Doe Duncan, who's out of all of you is probably based nearest to Fingal's Cave. He's in Oban, and that's on the Isle of Staffa, which I think is near Mull. I think. The rest of that stuff was fact. The being near Mull thing, that's from memory. Not quite sure. Right, okay. Very good. Duncan saying, yeah, Mull. Right, okay, excellent. Number 3 in the picture round. Which American band who recorded several hit albums in the 80s and 90s did so with this guy as the bass player? He was the bass player for which 80s, 90s US band had loads of hit albums and singles with this chap as the bass player? You name the band. Aerosmith is not right. U2 is not right. They're not American. Red Hot Chili Peppers is not correct. And then David Moody for Team Bob gets it right. Guns N' Roses is correct. It's Guns N' Roses. That guy's called Duff McKagan. and he was the bass player for Guns N' Roses at the height of their powers. And you've typed GNR, and that's a well-known and acceptable short form of Guns N' Roses, so I'll give you the points for that. It's always it's a risk if you're going to abbreviate. It can speed you up a little bit, but it is a risk. But if I recognise it, I'll take it, you know. All right. 2 more questions in the picture round. What 7-letter word describes this kind of happy little cloud? Kind of technical name, scientific name, Latin name for these types of cloud. Cumulus for Team Arnie. Andrew Armstrong. I guess with a name like Armstrong, you'll have to be Team Arnie. 2 points. And Team Arnie has woken up. They've been sleeping a bit. Cumulus is the correct answer. Latin, it means a pile of. Good guess, Scott G. Cumulonimbus, but that's a wee bit more than 7 letters. Pumping iron strongly. Last question in the picture round. Name the character and the rhyming Scottish location. Get both parts of the answer in one comment. Character and the place in Scotland that the character rhymes with. Got to get both parts. Who's that and where's that? They do rhyme. Colombo, Glasgow. That's good, but not right. Ironside, River Clyde. No. Ironside, Clydeside. Ironside, Clydeside. Ironside, East Kilbride is the right answer. Duncan gets it. It's Ironside, East Kilbride. Absolutely fantastic. And Duncan gets it again. Duncan's on good form tonight. Gets another 2 points. That's for Team Bob. And Team Bob really got into the groove the last couple of rounds. What's going on with the scores? Let's have a look. That was before the round, but Team Bob had another good round, and it's stretching out. Now, Team Bob is more or less double the other 2 teams, just short of 30, and the others are hovering around 30. So Arnie is on 16, Jet is on 14, and it's only the ultra round to go. Raymond Burr for bonus points? Nah. Raymond Burr. Edinburgh. Nah. Nah, it's the rhyming one. Good knowledge, but no bonus points there. Yeah, alright. Yeah, Westerosi Ninjas here. And John H. both going for Raymond Burr. It is Raymond Burr, he's the actor, but as the question says, look for the character name. Right. Let's get a score off now. We're going into the ultra round. Scores off. There they go. Right. Great stuff. Now, Team Jet. I mean, like, I'm impartial, obviously. I kind of really wanted Jet to be the first to get 3 wins, but if she doesn't, then that just makes it even more epic when somebody finally does get 3 wins. Team Arnie, it'd be great to see the Governator come through with his lovely donkeys. Team Bob, obviously going to be a popular winner if he wins. Who knows? Maybe Bob Ross is going to be the one to do 3 in a row. But there's no guarantee that he's going to win. Even with the scores like this, the ultra round can break things up massively. The ultra round is 10 questions, starting at value 1 point, then 2 points, then 3 points, and then so on. Final questions worth 10 points. So the more the round goes on, the more valuable the questions are, and this is where you can play your part. All right, this is where you can really pull it out for the team. Even if you haven't got one right answer for your team, you can swing the match in this round with one correct answer. So let's do it. Let's get into it. It's 8 minutes to 10. Ultra round. I need some devastating music for ultra round. I'm going to work all that stuff out later, but, just been writing the quizzes. Okay, here we go. And they start off a bit easier. So the first one's pretty easy. Someone's going to get this straight away. Which US state do you have to visit to see Disney World, Kennedy Space Center, and the Everglades? Remember to comment team name and your answer. Yeah, it's an easy one. Anthony McKendry's there for Team Jet. It is Florida. Florida is correct. Anthony McKendry gets that one right. It's 1 point for Team Jet. Okay. And we move on swiftly on The 2-point question is orgs, organisations. All right. What was the surname of the English church minister who founded the Salvation Army in 1878 in London? First name William. What's his second name? What's his surname? Booth is correct. And that's Westerosi Ninja for Team Bob Ross. First answer for you tonight, Westerosi Ninja. Excellent, good answer. There he is. He looks like a bastard. Number 3, the seaside. Which country has the longest coastline in the world? This is on most lists. There's something called the coastline paradox, which means you cannot actually do this. But in most lists, what's given? Anthony McKendry's in there for Team Jet again. It is Canada. Canada is correct. Great stuff, Anthony. 3 points. 2 answers for Anthony McKendry already in the ultra round. I won't explain at length. Some of you will know about the coastline paradox. You can't actually... fractals, exactly. But a good source for this is the CIA World Factbook, and they do attempt to list coastlines. If you use the same type of measurement for each country, then anyway, blah, 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 blah. You don't want to know about that. Right, here we go. Number 4, human body. Which joint in your body is affected if you're suffering from pre-patellar bursitis? Easy one for the doctors. Pre-patellar bursitis. Hip. No, that's not right. Westerosi Ninja is correct. Knee. It's your knee. Westerosi Ninja gets another one. That's 4 points. And that's for Team Bob. Come on, Team Arnie. No points so far in this round. Oh. Oof. Ah. Ooh. That's what happens if you Google pre-patellar bursitis. Ooh. No good. Right, number 5. Tennis. What was the name of the American tennis player who knocked the defending champion out of Wimbledon 2 years in a row? Djokovic in 2016 and Andy Murray 2017. Pete Sampras is not correct. He was well out the game by then. Much more recent. Johnny, no. Isner, no. Federer, no. Roddick, no. Inger, Everson, Isner, these are not correct. Nadal is not American. Neither's Federer or Feeder. Roger Feeder. That's a whole different ballgame, isn't it? Bob Serena, no. Murphy, no. I've actually slowed you down with this one. Johnson, Dustin, Smith, no. Dode McCracken, no. Mahout? No. Mardy Fish, great name, but not right. Query is right for Team Bob. Zoe Russell, it is Sam Query. That's right. Sass is saying, I don't think we had successful male tennis players anymore. He's not particularly successful. I mean, he's got a big serve. He's one of these guys with a big serve, so he doesn't win tournaments, but he's hard to beat. And he occasionally beats big names. That's what he looks like. That's Sam Query. So that was Zoe Russell for Team Bob, and that's 5 points. Team Bob is cruising. It's going to be the easiest 5 Skinner ever. Right. Oh man, no, I've screwed that question. Forget that one. Right, 7-point question. What type of fruit are the varieties Egusi, Argos, and Piel de Sapo? Melon, says Letitia H for Team Arnie. That's the right answer. And that's a very handy 7 points for a team that was struggling to get to the chopper. 7 points for Team Army. Well done, Letitia. Load of answers just came in, so I'm just going to go back and check it was you. Yes, it was. Excellent. All right, well done, Letitia. Letitia H. 7 points. Right, this is not over. There's 3 questions to go. 8, 9, and 10. Tell you what, I screwed up the 6-point question. And I've got a tiebreaker. So after 8, 9 and 10, I'll go to the tiebreaker and we'll make that a 6-point question, okay? Because I know that one's okay. Right. 8 points. Now, this will not be so easy for our American friends. Which comic strip character has a girlfriend called Primrose Patterson? Ur Willie is correct. And that is Scott G. And it's Team Bob. That's right, it's Ur Willie. And there she is. As the rest of the world moves on and embraces like modern lesbian politics, here in Scotland we've got a cartoon character whose girlfriend brings him a cake. Because we're pretty backwards. That's 8 points for Team Bob, and a well done to Scott G for pulling that one out. Move on. Right, 9-point question. Go do the 9-point, the 10-point, and then we'll do the 6-point one. Right. We use the tiebreaker for that one. And then if it's a tie, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll work something out. Right. Which English king's skeleton was dug up from underneath a car park in Leicester in 2012? Wow. Joanne Hegarty's in there real fast. Richard III is the right answer for Team Jet. 9 points for Team Jet. That was speedy. And lots of you come racing in with the big answers there. But it was Joanne Hegarty getting it first. Great stuff. Great stuff for Team Jet. Now, let's see what happens next. So we've still got a 10-point and a 6-point question to go. Here's the 10-point question. 1980s film. Which film was based on a Stephen King novella, The Body? Big hit film in the 80s. Based on a Stephen King book called The Body. No, it's not The Body. Misery, Cemetery, Carrie. No. Misery, no. Stand By Me is the right answer. David Moody gets it right for Team Bob. That's 10 points for Team Bob. And Stand By Me. River Phoenix and others. Boys go out to find a body. That's the 50s. Something like that. And let's get on to the... So tiebreaker question is now worth 6 points, okay? Because I screwed up the 6-point question. What land did Peter Minuit buy in 1826 for round about 60 guilders worth of traded goods? You need to get this correct. You need to be specific. No, not Canada. Smaller than Canada. Duncan Moody's got it right, but he's got no team name. GPS got it right for Jet. Manhattan, that's correct. Manhattan Island. JPS got it right for Team Jet. Duncan got it right, but he didn't put a team name in. And you know the rules by now. Okay, so that's 6 points. Right, I'm going to show you the final scores. First of all, I'm going to show you the scores before that final round, the ultra round. Team Bob Ross was comfortably in the lead. Stoned out our boxes, but answering quiz questions just like that. Tuned in to the atmosphere with hair. You know, celestial stuff, wires, antennae. That's the word I'm looking for. But what happened in that last round? Because there was a few answers there for Team Jet, but there was a few for the other teams as well. Let's have a look. We refresh and we find out this. It's a crushing victory for the Stoned X-Army mega painter, Bob Ross. I think that's maybe our biggest win so far. It's a crushing victory for Bob Ross. Woohoo! Is this a record score? I don't know. Gonna have to check, but it's pretty high up there. Sassa says, finally I'm on a winning team. Yes. Bob is the daddy, right? Bob is the new champion. Jet lies dead at his feet. Arnie was nowhere. Not nowhere. 23's alright, you know. But if you look at the scores, Arnie and Jet combined would have come second to Bob, so it's a big win for Team Bob Ross. I will check the archives, John. I'll see if it was the happy big trees, I think. Never mind happy little trees. I think tonight we have some happy big trees 58-foot high trees. That's what we're talking about. Jet forever. Jet will be back. No doubt about it. Jet's a super champion and she will be back. But Bob Ross will be here next time I do this, the big teams quiz. Listen, I was talking about not doing it next week because the numbers have been low. Numbers weren't actually too bad tonight. Look, unless you hear otherwise, I'll do it next Tuesday, okay? I enjoy it. I like the big teams quiz. It's exciting. You know, dramatic. Some great answers. You were all in good form tonight. Thanks for doing the quiz. Champion, is it Jet? Nah, not anymore. It's Bob! There he is. Looking over his shoulder, looking behind at the teams who came behind him. Looking behind, and all he sees is Jet and Arnie. What a view. Thanks for doing the quiz. I do the quiz for tips. It is free to do the quiz for you, but if you thought it was entertaining enough to merit £1 or £2, then I would be delighted to get £1 or £2 from you. I'm going to give you a link to my PayPal donation thing. There's a link in the description anyway. Underneath. Oh, here it is. You get lost with all these links. Right. Where's the chat? Here it is. Can someone teach me to type faster? Well, yeah, it's difficult, right? Oh, yeah. MVP. Vote for the MVP. I forgot about that. Right, you have been voting. Okay, sorry, I wasn't looking at the chat for a second there. Right. Star said Zoe for MVP. Andrews voted for Duncan. Duncan or Zoe, says Sasha. Beautiful diplomacy. You want to play again, says Anthony. Well, listen, Anthony, tell people about the quiz. This is really crucial. I keep going on about it, but you have to tell other people about this because I can't survive on these numbers, right? So you have to tell other people. It is good fun, you know, but you got to tell other people because I'll find it a little bit difficult to get out beyond my audience. How did you find out about it, Anthony? Why are you here tonight? You tell me how you came to the quiz tonight. It'd be interesting to know that because I try sending emails, doing posts on Facebook, blah, blah, blah. I don't really know what works. Who else are you voting for MVP? Duncan gets another vote for MP. There's another vote for Duncan. That's from Zoe as well. Zoe gets a vote. Thanks, Sasa. Yeah, 40 people here, 21 likes. Please like the video. Thank you very much. John's voting for Zoe. Oh my God, it's very close. John's voting for Zoe. Sasa's voting for Zoe as well. You know what? I think Zoe's the winner. It was very, very close between Zoe and Duncan tonight, but I think we'll make Zoe the winner. So Zoe, you've won £100,000. Which is, I said that wrong. I probably said you won £100,000. What I meant is you've got a chance to win £100,000. Scratch card right here, okay? Scratch card here. And I'm going to scratch it. And if you win, I'll send you the money. Well, there's two things I can do. I can either stick it in a post, complete without any scratching on it, or I can scratch it now. What do you want me to do? Joanne says, think Anthony has left, but I invited him over to Facebook so the shares work. Yeah, so please, please, please share. I mean, this is what they say in marketing. They say that word of mouth is the best one. So if I tell people, hey, come at my quiz, they're like, aye, sure, what a load of shite. But if you tell them, oh, go to this guy's quiz, then that really cuts through. So please tell people about the quiz. Share the channel and all that stuff. Blow on the coin first, then scratch it. Real good. Okay, I will. Right, so he wants me to scratch this now. So here's the £100,000 card. It's got two games in it. The game at the bottom is really, really boring. So I'll do that one first. And then the one at the top's the normal sort of match 3 game. And that's a bit better. So lucky 20 pence tonight. Let's get scratching. I'm going to scratch close to the mic. See if you can get some scratching effects. Tell me if you can hear this. Can you hear the scritchy? Does that come through? See, the first game, you're looking for a diamond kind of symbol. So the first one's a gold bar. Second one looks like a safe. So neither of those is a diamond. Then it's a suitcase, like a briefcase. Then it's a treasure chest. And the last one, nah, it's a crown. So there's nothing there in that first game. All right. You see, none of those symbols are diamonds. You're looking for a diamond. Can you hear the scratching? Tell me if you can. And the top one's a better game. You've got to match 3 different amounts on the top panel. If you match 3 amounts, then you get that amount. So let's do it. Scratch, 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 scratch. First one says £20. Second one says 10. Third one says £20 as well. So you, in the first column, you've got 2 20s and a 10. Let's see what comes up in the second column. £10. So you got 2 tenors now. There's a £2. Oh, the fuck? Oh, no, it's 100. I thought it was another tenner, but it's 100. Right, so after 2 columns, you've got 2 tenors and 2 20s. So we're looking for either one of those. Aye, they are both realistic. Come on, let's do it. First one. Is 100. So now you've got 200s as well. Come on! Second one starts with a 2, but it's £2. Right, it's down to the last one now. Oh, yeah, bastard. And that's a 2 as well. So you ended up with 2 £2s. No, hang on a second. No, you've won! You've won! Look, £2. Yes! I forgot there was a £2 in the middle column. That's it. See? There, and there. Yes! I'm going to send it to you. Sometimes people say, oh, keep it. And it's like, nah. I'm going to send it to you because I also need to send you your prize, which is quiz winner badge. That's what you get when you're MVP. All right? You get a quiz winner's badge. So send me a message. Thank you very much, KB CSR knock, if that's how you say it. Thanks. At the moment, we're hovering around 40. You know, it's not terrible. It must be alright. It must be good fun to do because you keep coming back. Quite a lot of the same names keep coming back. But I can't, I mean, I will shut up about it eventually when the numbers get up. But if you can just share the quiz with people you know and tell them, then they'll come, you know. If I tell them, it's difficult to tell people because it's my thing. Obviously, I'm going to tell them it's great, but that's the word of mouth thing. If you tell somebody something you do is great, they believe it more. You know what I mean? Aye, Zoe, great. Share it. Listen, send me your address and I'll put your badge and your scratch card in the post. You are the MVP. I'm also going to start keeping a note. In fact, I'm going to do that right now. Write this down. Zoe Russell, MVP. Start keeping a note of all the MVPs. We'll make a kind of league table. If my printer was working, I would do a certificate thing for you. But my printer's fucked. I'm doing more trivia tonight and tomorrow night, so I will share your channel there too. So what do you mean, Sass? What do you mean you're doing more trivia? Are you a host as well, or are you? Does that mean you're like taking part in somebody else's trivia? That was good fun tonight. You know, it started off pretty even, and then Bob just got into a thing. I got a funny feeling that when we do Bob Ross, Bob will be back next Tuesday, right? Bob is, it's winner stays on. So Bob Ross is the champion. He'll be back next Tuesday. And I got a funny feeling that he's going to win. Well, you never know. I don't know who should I put up against Bob? Tell me that. Who would you like to see up against Bob next Tuesday? Yeah, thanks, Duncan. Can't believe it. Have you won MVP yet, Duncan? You must have. I should go back over the other ones and look through. Just watch the end of the videos. I do not host, says Sasa. Tonight, the Westerosi Ninja is quizzing against one of our friends on his channel. And Friday nights, I've done the Citadel of Trivia for the last couple of years as a player. And what is that? Is that on YouTube as well, or is that on something else? Dr. Anthony Fauci. Who's that? Metal Mickey. Woo! I like that. Metal Mickey's a bastard, isn't he? Ready, steady, are you set for Metal Mickey? He's the cutest robot yet. He's Metal Mickey. He's a lot of fun. He weighs a half a ton. He'll be your number one. So look out, look out, look out for Metal Mickey. Dolores from Westworld. Dolores from Westworld. Don't know that. Both on YouTube. Citadel of Trivia. Good name. It's very American. You haven't been the MVP, Duncan. That's a shocker. I think you've deserved it on more than one occasion. You've deserved it, but you've not been on that many winning teams. I think that's the thing, isn't it? Cease all quiz functions, says Scott. What is that? Are you a bot? Scott. Scott the bot. Bill Drummond. Bill Drummond. What, KLF Bill Drummond? Citadel Trivia started off Games of Thrones and then became general, yeah. They probably realised how difficult it was to keep writing questions on one subject. Snoop Dogg. That's a good one. What you really want is team captains who are instantly recognisable to everybody. Like I had Charlie Chuck the other night, who I love, but quite a lot of people had no idea who Charlie Chuck was. Dolores is the hot robot / android girl in Westworld, main character. I think that's a modern TV thing. I don't really watch TV. Well, I don't watch TV. Not even really. The Citadel is the university in Westeros where the Masters study. Westworld is the greatest TV show ever made. Well, I'll take your word for it. Jimmy Reed. What, the Upper Clyde Shipyard union leader of the 1970s and later Daily Record columnist. Is that who you're talking about? That Jimmy Reed? Paul Chuckle, yeah. I think I had Barry Chuckle in the very first week. The very first night I did this. Shane McGowan. It's a good shout. Which one? Toothless Shane or brand new Toothy Shane? Aye, someone Scottish. Well, I've got a few Scottish captains. If I just go and have a look at my captains folder, the ones I've got at the moment, the ones I've already used, and the ones I've used will come back. That's the thing. Let's have a look. Live stream teams. Big teams folder. Captains. Right, let's have a look. Right. Begbie, Ainsley Harriott, Mr. Blobby. Some of the ones that I've got ready that I've not used yet are Billy Connolly, who will obviously be popular. He might be a good one to put against Bob Ross, actually. Actually, all the other ones I've used. Chris Akabusi, I've not used him yet. Or have I? I'm not sure. Can't remember. Sid James. Yeah, he's ready to go. Queen Latifah. And of course, Susan Boyle's already been used. Nicola Sturgeon's already been used. Lorraine Kelly's still been used if we're talking Scottish ones. A couple more Scottish ones would be good. Marty Pellow, obviously. Who else we got? We Jimmy Krankie. Used Jimmy Krankie a couple of times. Never hasn't won. Not popular. Rory McCann. Oh God. I got no idea who that is. See, that's the thing. It's all niche, innit? Who's Rory McCann? Oh, hang on. Rory McCann. Did I know that guy? In fact, have I worked with him? Is that the guy who used to be the porridge guy? He was definitely a Rory. I worked with him briefly. But I might not be that Rory. Might be a different Rory. You need somebody international against Bob Ross. Chuck Norris. Yeah, Chuck Norris is good. Kind of a tiny bit cliched, though, isn't it? Ken Barlow, that's brilliant. Ken Barlow. Mr. T, excellent suggestion. Midge Ure. Not much in that for the under 40s. Jockey Wilson. How had I not thought of Jockey Wilson before? That's sensational. Haha, super grand. Ah, brilliant. That's a Billy Connolly connection, isn't it? Because he sung the theme tune for Super Grand. He was the child that wasn't taken from the villa. What on earth does that mean? Annette Crosby. Who's Annette Crosby? I know the name, but I don't really know who Annette Crosby is. He was the Hound on Game of Thrones, and he did the Porridge Oats ad. He's great. Yeah, well, I have worked with him then. That is the guy. And the book group, yeah, that was... I knew the director of the book group, which was Annie from up the road. American Annie. American, but she lives in Edinburgh. Annie Griffin, that's it. Pirate Productions, and I worked with Pirate Productions for a little while doing some comedy writing, and she was working with Rory because he was on the book group, and then he was there one day. So I don't think I actually worked with him. He was just cutting about. Gerard Butler. Yeah. A Scottish muscle man. Peter Capaldi. Don't know, there's not much about Peter Capaldi, is there? Chris Hoy. I think I was on the book group as well as an extra. That was round about the time. Before that I was doing extra work. That might have been on the book group. I'm not sure. David Tennant. These are all really straight people. We need people with something weird about them, you know what I mean? Like Jet. Jet's an icon. She's not just an actor. Sid James is a whole culture. A whole attitude. And a whole generation. Not just an actor. I'm not sure if I was on the book group, Sasa. And if I was, it was some background scene. I had a day doing extra work on something. It was an Annie Griffin production. I just happened to be there. Shirley Manson from Garbage. Boy George. That's more like it. He's a proper kind of... There's something about him, you know what I mean? All these kind of straight actors don't do it for me. Too beige. Dave Edna. Yeah, you see? Someone, you know, like ridiculous people or characterful people. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger is great, but he's ridiculous, you know? That's why he's a good team captain. Tommy Sheridan. Aye. For people our age, maybe. Yeah, you don't have to be Scottish. I mean, it's nice to have a few Scottish people, but it's... you know, ridiculous people are good. That's why Snoop Dogg has slapped that up. You know, Snoop Dogg's totally ridiculous. All those rappers are ridiculous. Chuck Norris is kind of ridiculous, but you know who's better, more ridiculous? Steven Seagal. Get him in. Write that down as well. RuPaul. That's very on trend. Drag queens do my head in. I don't like drag queens. I'm not against anything. I just don't find it entertaining, you know. Anyway, R.D. Lang. Now there's a suggestion. I used to have an album by R.D. Lang. It was called Life Before Death. And you know what? I used to have it on tape. And I haven't had anything to play tapes on for years. So I've not listened to R.D. Lang for years and years and years and years. Now, obviously, it would be fair. I'm sure it's easy to get hold of R.D. Lang. And that's just suddenly made me want to get that. Great, great music. But he's a mad philosopher or psychiatrist or something like that. Kind of poetry about mental downfall. What's the word? Anyway, I can't remember, but it's brilliant. Carl Pilkington. Machine Gun Kelly. What's Machine Gun Kelly? Is that a rapper? There's some great YouTube clips of R.D. Lang. So glad you put R.D. Lang in the chat, Andrew, because I had forgotten about him. And I used to listen to that tape over and over and over again. Right, he wrote psychiatry books, and then in the 70s, I think, might have been the 60s, but I think it was the 70s, he got together with this like prog rock band, and he did readings of his work to prog rock, which makes me, and it reminded me, of course, of Ivor Cutler, who is the best. James Acaster, Noel Fielding. Yeah, I'm going to look out for that, Andrew. That's my stuff. That's the real stuff. Shirley Ghostman, who? And then someone says Shirley Ghostman, yes. Oh, you're the two Game of Thrones people. Is Shirley Ghostman something to do with Game of Thrones? I'm going to look up Shirley Ghostman. Good name. Shirley Ghostman is a postman. She is a character who plays an effete and slightly vicious medium / psychic. Played by Mark Wooten. Oh, so Shirley is a... So Shirley Ghostman is a bloke. The character is sometimes considered to be a parody of the act of controversial psychic Derek Acorah. The show was very successful on BBC Three and was set to move to BBC Two in summer of 2005. What's that? So when's this from? So this is a one-season comedy show from 2005. Shirley Ghostman. Who's the guy? Mark Wooten. Interestings. Huh. Channel Lady Di, of course. Lady Diana, Princess Queen of Hearts, of Wales, of Princesses of Hearts. Lady Diana, let's get her on. You don't have to be alive to be a team captain. Banksy, can't get a photograph of him. The Mac Witch. Oh man, Rent-A-Ghost was like total brilliant and terrible at the same time, wasn't it? Like amazing idea, great theme tune, great characters. Mr. Mr. Claypole. Totally memorable. All the characters are memorable. But the actual scripts were terrible. But they were just so silly. So it was alright. Buster Rhymes! No, I have not used Buster Rhymes as a captain. I'm going to use him. Definitely. Right, I've got a good page full of captains here. Yeah. Bart Simpson. Me. The character I really identify with out of Simpsons is Krusty the Clown, you know. Kind of minor entertainer. Side hustles, not quite working out. That's Krusty. Trapped in a world of entertainment. I didn't choose Quizmastering. Quizmastering chose me, and here I am 25 years later trying to scratch out a living doing quizzes online because the pubs have shut. I don't think that was the future. Well, I was going to say it's not the future I had planned, but then I didn't plan, did I? I didn't make a plan. All the people who made plans, they all own property and fucking top jobs and all that shit. I started off being a quizmaster. I thought, this is pretty cool. I'll keep doing this. And here I am. It is a calling, yeah. Well, I like trivia. I like quizzes. I like people doing quizzes. I like people getting answers right. I like people getting answers wrong. But just nearly getting it right. I love all that stuff. I love the actual quiz. You know? That's the thing. I love all the people. Don't know. The thing about animated characters is they're kind of hard to really relate to. You want a captain that flesh and blood, you know, you can really relate to. Sasuke says, what if you did Jackson Galaxy of My Cat from Hell fame? I don't know if you guys get the show in the UK. Even if we do, I won't have seen it. I mean, it's not out of the question, animated characters. Like, yeah, Cartman. I mean, Cartman, you get a visceral reaction to. You feel it, you know what I mean? But I think a lot of animated characters work best with other animated characters. Like, something halfway could be quite good, like a Muppet, you know? The Muppets aren't animated, they're not cartoon, but they're puppets, you know, so they exist in the real world. Much more fleshy than a drawing or a computer animation. I love the Muppets, you know. Right, anyway, I better get going. It's 10:30. Woo! Not on my dinner. Yeah, Gonzo. Gonzo's probably my favourite Muppet. Or Fozzie. Woo-ha! Got you all in check. And then we come through a wreck the discotheque. Is it just me? Says John. Or does Bob Ross's stare become more and more psychotic? Nah, it's not just you. It's true. Just think about weed, you know. You get high, it's quite nice. You get really high, it's kind of mad. But then you get too high and it gets a bit psychotic. A little bit paranoid. A little bit weird. Might be the zone that Bob Ross likes to get into. He was military, you know. Military people tend to do things harder. Anyway, I'm out of here. I'm going to have my dinner. So, good night. Thank you very much for doing the quiz. And I'll see you all later. If you're heavily entertained by this, then donate loads of money. If you're mildly entertained, then donate a little bit of money. And if you've got any kind of sympathy for my situation, then please share and tell people about it. Horror. I think on that note of horror, it's time to say goodnight. Good night, everybody.